Yeah. The night everything went silent. The city was breathing, but nobody spoke. Streetlights flickered through the midnight smoke. He stood by the window, watching cars pass. Think about everything that happened too fast. His phone kept ringing, but he let it fade. Some choices get heavier every time they made. He left the apartment with his hood pull low. They turned anybody where he planned to go. His little sister asked, "You coming back tonight?" He smiled at her softly, "Yeah, I'll be alright." Tonight the words sounded different by the door. His mother was sleeping, exhausted from work. He looked at her face and felt suddenly sorry for every missed call and promise delayed. He wanted a future that looked something like peace, but the pressure kept growing and refused to refuse. His van was waiting beneath the street sign. They drove through the neighborhood quiet and slow. A basketball court where they played his kids. He remembered the laughter and the ones who stayed true. His friend looked over, "You seem gone." He answered, "I'm tired of pretending I'm strong." The night everything went silent. The whole world seemed to hold its breath. No one and no answer, just shadows beneath the street. The night everything went silent. He heard what his heart had said. You still have somebody waiting. You still have something left. The night everything went silent. Stood between the past and dawn. One road carried anger, one road whisper, keep moving on. They parked near the river where the city lights shine. He stared at the water like he searched for a sign. He talked about friends he couldn't replace and memories he carried in his chest. He said, "I used to think being hard meant alone, like showing my feelings would weaken my bones. I thought if I feared nothing, I'd never get hurt, but hiding every wound only made it worse." His friend didn't answer, just listened a while, and said, "You ain't lost, you can still change your mind." Those words hit deeper than anything before, cause he had been fighting himself more than the war. He thought about nights when nobody called, when he needed somebody but swallowed his pain. He thought about anger that hardened his voice, and habits that felt like a choice. A train passed behind him and disappeared without a sound. For a moment the neighborhood seemed still, no laughter, engines or voices on the hill. Two friends breathed beneath the empty sky, both knowing tomorrow could arrive. The night everything was silent. The whole world seemed to hold its breath. No one and no answer, just shadows beneath the street. The night everything was silent. He heard what his heart had said. You still have somebody waiting. You still have something left. The night everything went silent. He stood between the past and dawn. One road carried anger, one road whisper, keep moving on. Before sunrise he walked back toward home. For once he wasn't proving he could stand alone. He passed the old corner where he once lost a friend, and promised not to repeat that again. His phone buzzed twice with a message from mom. "Whenever you're ready, please just come home." He stopped in the middle of the sidewalk and read. Then looked at the sky turning gold overhead. He realized the night hadn't erased him. There were consequences, things to repair, people to call, love waiting there. He couldn't undo every word he had said or bring back the people who were gone, but he could choose what tomorrow would be and stop late. He has to then decide who he becomes. So he walked through the door as the morning arrived. His mother looked up and saw life in his eyes. She didn't ask questions, she simply embraced him, and all of the silence finally seemed to break. His sister came running, still holding a toy. He whispered, "I'm sorry," and held him tight. One more time, knowing some battles are won by choosing the light. Sometimes silence gives you room to begin. The darkest hour shows how much you still have left to lose. He thought he had nothing worth saving, until he saw the faces that kept waiting. No perfect ending, no easy road, just one chance to carry the load. The night everything went silent. He thought the silence meant he was done, but beneath all the darkness there was still a reason to become someone. The night everything went silent. He heard the truth beneath the fear. You are more than your worst mistake, and the people you love are still here. The night everything went silent. He finally let the old pain go, not because the past disappeared, and climbed across the buildings, turning every dark window gold. He stood with his family, feeling lighter than in years. Cars moved, people talked, children laughed. You remember that quiet night? The night everything went silent. It wasn't the night he disappeared.